Hey everyone, this is the Bearded Xeno. This is going to be my review of Disney Infinity 3.0, reviewed on Xbox One. So we'll start off by saying that I'm a huge fan of the original Disney Infinity. It was an amazing game, a super fun experience, although I didn't invest too much more past the starter pack. Disney Infinity 2.0 was kind of a disappointment for me. I invested heavily in it because it was Marvel and I was a huge Marvel fan, and the gameplay just ended up letting me down. The playsets weren't that fun, just wasn't that fun to actually play them anymore. It mainly was the combat was a big letdown. Thankfully, they have fixed pretty much all of my problems with this initial playset. So far, I've only played Twilight of the Republic, which basically is Clone Wars, the video game, pretty much. And it is great. I really did enjoy this actual playset. It felt like the source material. They have the voice actors from the TV show. They sound great. They look great. I mean, because Clone Wars' art style is so similar to Disney Infinity, it just translates so well. And it's beautiful. I love it. I feel like they've done a really good job of crafting a Star Wars game here, and Ninja Theory has done the combat, and I think they actually developed this playset for this, and you could tell, because Ninja Theory they're the people who made that latest Devil May Cry reboot, and I love that game to death. I know a lot of the hardcore Devil May Cry community hated it because it just wasn't their Devil May Cry, but that game was just super fun and awesome. One of the best hack and slashes I've ever played, and you can really see Ninja Theory's artistry displayed in full effect here with the lightsaber combat. It is just so much fun. There are a few other playsets that are available. If you get the PlayStation 4 Collector's Edition, you can get the one for the Empire. Yeah, I'll just wait till that goes to massive release next month. And you also can get the Inside Out playset, which from the little few previews that I've seen of it, it seems quite a lot like Psychonauts, which really does speak to me. So I'm probably going to pick that up as well and view that, but right now we're just reviewing the actual starter set. I'll review the actual figures themselves, but let's go ahead and take a look at the actual figures that came with this set. Alright, what you're looking at here is the actual two figures that come with this set, Anakin Skywalker and Ahsoka Tano, and they are very beautifully crafted. I love these Disney Infinity figures. I've always loved them. I've never really been a fan of anything static. You know, Funko Pop's just recently clicked with me. If you've been following the channel, you know that. And it's just always been weird for me to collect static figures that are in static poses. But these Disney Infinity ones have always come in just the right pose that they just look great on a shelf. And they also have the game practicality too. So they're just awesome and fun to collect whether or not you played with them in the game or not. They are very beautifully crafted. I love the lightsabers on these guys. And they are apparently going to have some that do have illuminated lightsabers coming out. I wish they'd done that from the start. But it's nice that they are going to have that option coming out. Sadly, they're going to be a bit of a premium price, kind of like the Lightcore figures from Skylanders. But hey, it's a light-up lightsaber, so that's kind of worth it, I think. Alright, here we're taking a look at the actual Twilight of the Republic base, and this base is very nicely detailed. I mean, these bases are always kind of clear, but I love the little craft that they threw into this. I like that the actual base of it looks very much like the Twilight of the Republic compatible figures, where it would be like that cream-colored Geonosian ground with rocks. It looks really cool. I mean, if it wasn't clear, that's what it would look like. You have the two lightsabers here, and you have the Republic symbol. That just looks really nice. It's definitely not the best one of the playset pieces that we've ever gotten. I think the one that comes with the Empire set that looks like the Death Star is probably the best one we've ever seen. Can't wait to get that. But this one does its job and it looks very nice. Now when you talk about the actual overall value of the set and what you only get two figures in a playset, which is down from last year from Marvel, which was 3 figures in a playset. Even more further down from the very first set, which was 3 figures and 3 playsets. So thankfully they have reduced the price to reflect that, only by $10. It would have been nice if they reduced it down $15 to accommodate the loss of that extra figure, because that extra figure is $15. So that's kind of a bummer. I wish this was a little bit more value priced, honestly, but the actual playset that you do get with it has been significantly increased in content and quality. It is so good. It actually feels like an actual game. It reminds me of a lot of those 1.0 playsets that came with the starter pack, like Pirates and Monsters University. Those were pretty meaty and fun. And Twilight of the Republic is no exception to that. I think it's definitely the best Disney Infinity playset that I've played, and I really love the Pirates playset, so that should tell you something right there. The actual story of it, which I won't spoil, is pretty good. It feels neat within the actual Clone Wars universe, so that's great. I don't think you can consider this one canon. It's pretty much just like a fun little Clone Wars style game, but it is super fun to be in the Star Wars universe and battle some of the foes that you get to battle in this place, some of these characters. It's definitely one of the best Star Wars based games that I've played since Lego Star Wars. And that's saying something, because Lego Star Wars is special. Like I briefly mentioned before, the combat is greatly improved, and it's just so much fun to play these, so much fun to battle these enemies. The new juggling mechanics that they've added are just, they're great. I love the juggle, the ground pound, just the actual saber combat feels amazing, and I love it, I really do. And the side quests are actually kind of meaty and kind of readily available. I wish there were more lengthy side quests than there are. They're basically just a bunch of fetch quests, so that's kind of disappointing. And the actual overall length that I spent inside Twilight Republic was about 5 hours. Now you can think it's $65 for 5 hours. That's not exactly a good deal, but you do have the toy box there, and there are other fan-made playsets inside the toy box and adventures that you can partake, and other things that you can do just in the toy box itself to keep your time occupied. But the main draw of this is, I think, collecting the figures, playing through the actual playsets, and enjoying those experiences. And of course, building your own experiences too in the toy box if you're into that. So the one thing you really need to be mindful of is, if you're just the type of person who plays through a game and then puts it on your shelf, you're not going to get as too much of a value out of this. It's a super fun 5 hours, but that's basically all you're going to get out of this game is 5 hours. But if you're willing to dig in the toy box, have some fun with it, or play with other people's creations, then this is going to be a really good pickup for you, I think. But I have to stress again, you really have to be willing to dive into those other toy boxes and explore a little bit and have fun. Hopefully the other toy boxes that you can buy are a little bit lengthier, like the Inside Out playset and the Empire playset that's coming out, and of course the Force Awakens playset, which is coming out later this year, hopefully. So that's going to be very interesting. I can't wait to check that one out. And they also have the new Marvel Battlegrounds playset coming out too, which I'm interested to see what that's about. I'm not too excited about it after last year's Marvel rendition, because it just wasn't like I wanted it to be. I wanted it to be based in the movies, and it was based in like the cartoon universe, and I didn't like that because they had all the cartoon actors, and I don't like the cartoon actors. Like, I know they can't get RDJ, but I'd rather them have a RDJ sound alike than have the Avengers Assemble voice actors. That's another thing that I hated about Lego Marvel as well. But thankfully with this Star Wars, they are getting the actual Clone Wars voice actors to play these characters. So that's good. I like that. And from what I've seen in the Empire playset, they got some decent sound alikes for the actual original cast. So that's great. So really, do I recommend Disney Infinity 3.0? Well, it depends on how you are as a person. If you're a collector of figures, then this is naturally going to appeal to you. If you're somebody who likes to creative type games like Minecraft or Project Spark, or just like tool around instead of a game engine, this is going to be for you. And if you're a massive Star Wars fan who has to play everything, then this is just going to be for you. And if you're some kind of weird convergence of all of those like me, then you probably already have this. But all in all, Disney Infinity 3.0 is definitely worth your time. It just depends on how much time you're going to spend in this and how much time you're going to dig around in the toy box to determine what price this is worth your time. Right now, it is $65 and the figures are $15 each. The playsets are $40 each. So it's kind of a steep price to get into. So you can easily sink hundreds of dollars into this, and that's something you got to be mindful over. So if you're planning on going all out with this, I suggest wait till Black Friday. You'll probably find some really good deals on this. And if you're just kind of iffy on this in general, I suggest wait till Black Friday as well, because you'll probably be able to find the starter set for $40. If going off past Black Friday deals, you probably get the starter pack for $40 or even cheaper probably. And the figures for around $8 maybe. So that's good. I do think this is worth your time. Like I said, it just depends on how much time you're going to put into this to dictate what price you're going to pay for it. So that's all up on you on your end. I've just given you all the information that I can about this game. So let me know in the comments down below what you think about Disney Infinity 3.0, what you think about the offerings that they have for it, and I'll see you in the next video.